right, as promised, in addition to tonight's homework, you must be working on the review assignment. This is section 13.1, solving logs. It's an extension of what we did yesterday. Tonight's homework is page 736. Dylan, move up here, honey, please. You're going to do numbers 9 through 16. And then you're going to work on your review assignment. So this is going to be very familiar, and I'm going to ask one more time, if there's an empty seat in front of you, move up, please. Let's just do a few examples so that you can take a look at tonight's homework, and then I want you to work on your review assignment. If I have a log base 6 of 36 equaling n. The purpose of a log is to solve for the exponent. So if this is a log, then I've solved for the exponent. The purpose of a log is to solve for the... So which of these is your exponent? The purpose of a log is to solve for the exponent. Which of these is your exponent? N. So you know that n is your exponent. So you can piggyback. Six to the n equals 36. So 6 to a power gives you 36. And what is that power? 2. So n equals 2. I'm going to give you guys a second to pull up your homework so it's in front of you. Alright, sometimes you'll see this, log of n equaling 5. It's the same idea. Remember, we talked about what is the number that's here if it's not written out. So it's kind of like back in Algebra 1, if I had an n or an x, I didn't have to write the number in front. It was just understood that it was 1n and 1x. Same thing for logs. What is that base if it's not written out? 10. So you're going to piggyback. Piggyback here, equaling here. So I have 10 to the 5th equaling n. Put that in your calculators, please. Don't yell it out. I'm going to wait till I see people have their calculators out, please. Brooklyn, was your calculator? You got it? This one's dead. I need another one. Thank you. Set side, what did you get? Do you know how to put this in your calculator, honey? Are you doing 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10? Or you actually know how to put the code? Okay, good. So you should have 100,000. It's crazy, right? Let's try one more and then I'll give you a doyo. Kathleen, how do you say this? Or you could say log base 64 of 1/8, but you don't have to say the log base, but log 64 of 1/8, that's fine. Deshaun, how would I set this up? 64n? Thank you. I'll let you guys mess around with it. 64 to what power gives me 1/8? Everybody see how the number got smaller? 64 to the something give me 1/8? So that means what's going to happen up here? Okay, you should have gotten negative 1/2. So how would I know that? Well, a 1/2 fraction, what's the square root of 64? What's the square root of 64? 8. Do I want 8 or do I want 1/8? So I know it's a 1/2 because the square root of 64 is 8, but I don't want 8, I want 1/8, so I have to make a negative 1. Here's your doyo. What's 1/4 squared? 1/16. But do I want 1/16 or 16?
16.
So that's why I don't want squared, I want -2. So whenever you want to flip something, you have to just make it negative. All right, last one, and then you guys can start tonight's homework. This is a straight algebra problem, so you're going to piggyback. You're going to get an n cubed equals 512. This time you don't really have to mess around with numbers. You just take the cube root of both sides. And on your calculators, please, do not yell it out. How do you find the cube root of 512? Some of you guys were asking the other day when you had your quiz, how do I do this on the calculator? How do I do this? I cannot answer that question during a test. So can you learn it now, please? Make sure you know how to find the cube root. If you're on a graphing calculator, find the math button, and then its cube root is down the way. Math button's in the first column, second button. Kai, what'd you get? Good? That's okay. Kyle.
Could you also just raise 512 to the power of 1/3?
Yes. 512 to the 1/3 power would give you the same exact answer. Give me a summary, please. Today I learned